Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are all doing very well and all had a lovely Christmas. As you can see, Football Manager is ready to go. As I mentioned in the previous video, I will be starting a season and yeah, that's all ready to go. So as you can see, starting a season with Borussia Dortmund. I was going to do an English team, but I thought I'll mix it up a little bit. I do quite like Dortmund as well, and they've got a lot of good young attacking players, so it'll be interesting to see what we can do with them, and also trying to take over the mighty Bayern Munich. So, obviously, I'm starting this from complete scratch now. As you can see, just hired myself, so we'll get into this now. Yeah, so as I said, very good young team. Sancho, Haaland, centre backs are quite young as well. And then obviously quality in Marco Reus. Hummels experience as well. So we'll see what sort of changes we can make. Attacking football, that's fine. That's what I was going to be doing anyway. Development in the youth team, that's fine. Young players again. Yeah, so I mean, most of this looks pretty much how I'd have expected it to be honest. I mean, win the Bundesliga should be achievable, but obviously we'll see what happens. Hopefully, don't have a nightmare start, but we'll get into that in the next couple of episodes, I would imagine. So, yeah, we'll meet the media, get the squad sorted. Let's save this. Let's just set that. So yeah, I'm going to be asking you guys to help me out as well. Anything in the comments, just any advice you would give for players to sign, maybe a tactic you have used. I mean, I'll obviously be using my own stuff, see how it goes. If it's not working, then I may look to change that up. Um, but yeah, I mean, I do want you guys to have an input as well. So signings, ideally, that would be fine. If you can recommend some good players as well, I'll certainly have a look at getting them. I do have a few ideas of who I'll be looking to get as well, depending on the budget, etc. Um, right, so I mean, these two have been at the club for years, so probably they might even be leaving soon anyway. I mean, Schmelz has been at Dortmund for God knows how long. Yeah, plenty of years. So ideally, don't really want to be getting rid of these two, even though they're on quite high wages, but that probably won't go down too well. So I'll leave this for now. There's a lot of youngsters potentially on their way out. This guy doesn't look too bad actually. Yeah, I mean, we'll keep an eye on them as well. Tactics, let's create a tactics. So yeah, I think we'll probably go for that. We're going to want to be on the front foot in most games. Probably switch to a more attacking formation as well. Right, so let's get the team together. Right back. So yeah, Piszczek is going to retire anyway, so I'll leave that. Thomas Meunier signed from PSG in the summer. Um, he is very versatile, I suppose. I mean, potentially could be looking at a different right back anyway, but we'll see what happens with him. Yeah, so Hummel's definitely going there, and then the other one is Akanji or Zagadou. I'll probably give it Akanji. I think he's a bit more experienced. And then left back, probably Guerrero is actually wanted. A lot of big clubs are after him, so potentially, I mean, he's worth quite a bit, but stats wise, looks pretty good to be honest, and can play anywhere down the left side, so we potentially will be one we want to keep hold of. Depending on if any big offers come in for him now, we'll have to have a review of that again. Right, so in the centre midfield, I'll probably go Witzel, probably Emre Can. Not sure. Yeah, we'll put them both support. Right side will definitely be Jadon Sancho. Probably going to get a lot of interest in for him as well, so we'll see what happens. Man United will probably be sniffing around as per usual. Cam is going to be the captain, Marco Reus. And then left side, out of these two, probably go with Julian Brandt. Potentially could go in Cam as well, but yeah, I mean, we'll stick him out there for now. Inverted winger, attack. Inside forward for Sancho. And then the main man up top, Erling Haaland. So, yeah, deep line, I think we'll go advanced forward for him. Just all out attack on that. Yeah, so that looks fine. Let's just quickly get a couple of subs together. Probably will need a backup keeper. Please check. Let's go Zagadou. Nico Short. Morgan Hazard. Jude Bellingham as well as being an interesting one. See how he pans out. So you've got a lot of potential in real life. And Rayner as well, also a very talented youngster. So I'll be interested to see how these guys do. Right, so that's that for the tactics for now. I'm not going to do too much, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I mean, we're going to probably be playing out from the back a bit. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be a bit of a pressing team on the front foot most of the time, I'd imagine. Obviously, if we need to change it around, potentially drop Royce back in here and then move Witzel back here, but we'll have a look at that. Right, so that's that. Right, so yeah, we've already had a look at this, so that seemed okay, so we'll accept that, that's fine. One injury, which is Thomas Meunier. Right, let's see how long he's out for. 3 months. Oh, no, that's not then. When is he out for? Oh, right. So I've completely misread that. Yeah, so he isn't actually injured. He's got a recurring injury. I mean, I did say I want to look at getting another right back anyway, so potentially we'll have to do that. By the looks of things, he could be out for a while, especially with ligaments. He's going to be out for a couple of months at a time, but we'll see what happens. Right, squad size, that's fine. So the transfer windows, obviously these have already happened in real life. Right, so Marco Reus on there, that's fine. That's that, right. The only other thing I want to do, is I don't want to bore you guys watching friendlies or anything, so the matches. Right, oh, it's already been done. So assistant will take control of the friendlies. I mean, they are handy to know what's going on, but for your guys viewing, I don't really want to put you through friendlies. It's not the most entertaining, so we'll skip that. Right, let's move on there. Nothing really going on there. Right, so that's all fine. Don't need to really worry about that. Right, let's have a look at the squad again, just to see. I mean, it's not a very big squad, to be honest. I mean, let's see all players. I mean, we have got another wonder kid in the reserves if he's on the game. I'm not too sure if he will be. I actually see him on there, so I'll have to have a look at that in a second. I mean, realistically, we're going to have to start buying some players just to bulk the squad out a little bit, just to see who's available, what sort of players we can get hold of. Right, let's have a look, see if this guy is actually on the game. No, that's a shame. I mean, Dortmund's new wonder kid, he actually played for their first team at the age of 16 and scored the other day, so would have been nice to have him, but it can't be. Right, so let's have a look. So the scouts are recommending centre back from Leipzig is very good. Let's have a little look at him. Young as well, would fit in with our boards. Right. See. So I've only got 9 million budget, to be honest, so we're gonna have to just skip past that for now. I mean, gonna have to try and get rid of some players, I think. Delaney's wanted. He's another one that's quite versatile, though, to be honest. Emre Can, let's see him. Again, very versatile. Don't really want to be getting rid of players like that. The Hood, I think I'll stick him on the list. Try and get some offers in. Schmelzer's listed, but realistically, I can't see many clubs coming in for him. He's our backup left back. Keep hold of him. Right, so Man City and Barcelona want Delaney. I mean, I did just say I don't really want to get rid of the versatile players, but if them two teams are after him, they're probably going to be looking to put in an offer of a fairly decent money. And realistically, we want to be buying some players. If we can get even 2 players in to replace him, that'll be ideal. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, one of them comes through with a big offer. Right, must respond. Right, so introduce myself to the squad. Right, so introducing myself to the team. Right, so please see in charge. Hope your reign is long and successful. Yes, so do I. Right, so definitely don't want to reduce the squad. Right, we'll be giving youngsters a chance. Right, I mean, realistically, there's not really anything else there, so that's fine. Right, obviously, we want to be going and winning the title, so we'll go for that. A few players not too keen. To be honest, the ones that are, they're probably not going to be playing too much anyway, so let's not worry too much about them. Actually, an option to kick a chair, so if I just want to start losing it, I can just boot a chair over. I mean, I don't think we're being too unrealistic. I mean, the Ball want us to win the league. We are realistically the second best team in the league, so we should be going for that. So we'll say that. Erling Haaland doesn't believe that now. So, I mean, overall, we'll go with that. Uh, Champions League, realistically, first season in, probably would want to get the last stages. Yeah, the whole squad is agreeing with that, so that's fine. Let's give a little fist pump just to please them. And I don't see why we can't win the cup. Again, it's the same sort of players, don't believe in me, so I don't think they'll be hanging around too long. But no, that's fine. And yeah, that's fine. Right, so pretty much seem to be all on the same page there. Squad pretty satisfied with everything. Um, Negative for Schmelzer, he's probably going anyway. And I've already listed the Hood. Schultz will be a backup, and I believe he's a youngster, so not too worried as long as it's not the main squad, all just starting to get their pitchforks out for me. Don't want that on my first couple of days in charge. Right, so that's that done. Right, so let's continue that. Right, now I've got to meet the media. Right, so quite a few people in here. So, how does it feel to be the new Dortmund manager? I'll give him a smile and say I'm very excited. Right, you today unveiled as a new Dortmund manager. As a big fan of the club, surely it must be a dream come true. Cannot stop smiling. Right, obviously we want to achieve success. 27 years of age, critics. No, that's not going to make any difference at all. Actually, yeah, that's that. Playing career was a huge success. It would have been if it weren't for that knee injury, but that's fine. So we won't worry with that. Does this squad have necessarily? Yeah, that's definitely. Have you met the players yet? Everyone was very positive. And would you like to say anything to the Dortmund fans? We'll smile again. Obviously, we want the yellow wall behind us. If none of you guys have actually seen that, go and check the Dortmund fans out on YouTube or something. They have got a very good fan base. And the yellow wall is quite good to see as well. So where do you see this club heading long term? Constant success, and we'll go with that. Zagadou, another good young centre half, so and Rice is captain, absolutely. Right, so we realistically we probably do need a backup striker, so we'll say that. Right, we'll say we want him around. Obviously, if a big offer comes in, I don't want to go against myself. Yeah, I mean, I believe that went well. Don't know. I mean, we'll see if anything comes out in the press, but I don't think it will. Right, let's see. That's that. Right, so the first team are going ahead with the friendly against the second string. I mean, it's going to be made up of quite a lot of youngsters, I'd imagine. We've hardly got a team at the moment. Oh, easy 9-0 win. So, Julian Brandt Hat-trick, Haaland hat-trick, Sancho, Royce and Hummels. I mean, can't complain at a 9-0 win. So, very dominant. I mean, it was to be expected. Yeah, so that's pretty much as we would expect our first team to do. Scouting, I'll be doing the scouting myself. Obviously, scouts will come with reports, but I don't have enough coaches for Dortmund. Probably will be looking at getting some sort of coaches in next episode. Again, if any of you know any coaches you've used previously, well, this one's actually a goalkeeper coach, but we'll have a look round. No head of sports science, that's not ideal. Obviously, you don't want that, so we'll have to have a look into them next. We'll just auto select that just to get majority of the players in there. Right, let's actually have a quick look at the staff now. Right, so we'll go rating. Right, I don't want that. We want. So we need a sports scientist. Quite a lot of free agents. Reputation. Let's see if there's any very good. There's one, and he's a free agent. Sports science and fitness coach. I mean, he's pretty much as good as we're going to get, I'd imagine. Let's see what he wants. Right. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Don't need to look at all that. Right, so we'll try and save a little bit of money. Offer him that first. See what he says. Yeah, so save a little bit of money and get one of the coaches, well, sports scientists, so that should help us for injury purposes. Right, now let's look for a couple of players. So I'm going to have a quick look at Salzburg, because they've got some very good youngsters in their team at the moment. Patson Daka, young striker. We do need a backup striker. Obviously, Haaland can't play every game. Useful signing. I mean, he has got quite a good goal scoring record for Salzburg in real life. Yeah, last season, very good. Yeah, so I potentially could look at him. I mean, what's crossing? Don't need to worry about that too much. He's up front. Only play one position. That's all we really want him to do. 6 million already, but let's try and put in. Be a bit cheeky. Offer 2 million up front, and then we'll do the rest on installments. I don't know how they're going to go with this, but so I'll do 3 installments. If we do 7.5, that'll take it to 9.5. I mean, I don't know how they're going to be struggling with funds, if they will or not. Obviously, they're owned by Red Bull, so they might have a decent bit of money over there. But I mean, we'll make an offer, just see what they say to that. And another current young. Actually, let's have a look at this guy as well. Very big potential. I believe he's actually just moved to Leipzig in real life. So he's got a very big future ahead. We'll get a scout to look at him. And just want to have a look at a very highly rated youngster from Slavia Prague. If he's on here, here he is. 19 years old, very low value. This guy as well has been banging in a lot of goals in the Czech League. I don't think he's really played any professional games as of yet, but we'll have a look at him, get a scout to have a look at him. I mean, if he's only 50,000, I might just take a punt on it. If I can get him for reasonably cheap, worst case scenario, I'm not going to lose too much money. Right, so they believe this guy could be a good signing. Another one contracted to Salzburg, so let's have a look at him. Out and out striker again, only 10 finishing, but he's only 18, so potentially could work with him. Would be a good signing, but how much? I don't want to sell. Has the potential to be a Bundesliga player. Let's keep scouting him just to check. Alario, 20 million. Yeah, we won't be doing that. Very good signing. Another one at Salzburg. Salzburg again. That's another striker from them. Target man. Ideally, we're probably going to be wanting a bit of pace, but very low again. So let's have a look. We'll put in a little offer for him. Realistically, they're not going to accept this, I would imagine, but we'll try it, see what they come back with. And we'll keep scouting him as well. Another Salzburg player. I think we must have shares in Salzburg or something. That's all our scouts seem to be recommending. But I mean, obviously, if they are good players, then we won't turn them down. 17, estimate cost 3 million. I mean, realistically, I can't be sort of paying out 3 million for players at the moment who are not going to come straight into the team. So we'll leave that there for a second. Let's continue through there. I might even have to look at some loan players. Didn't really want to do it, but for the size of our squad, all it takes is a couple of injuries and then we may be in a bit of danger. So, Son is wanted by Man City. That'll be interested. Ansu Fati, another wonder kid. Man United. I can't imagine you would want to leave Barcelona for Man United at 17, but you never know on this game. Anything can happen. Right, let's see who's listed for loan. Vinicius Jr. is up for loan. I mean, this guy has got big potential. I'm very surprised they're actually loaning him out, to be honest, but we'll definitely be making an offer for him. Didn't imagine to see him up on loan. Right, so he's going to command very high wages, but for his potential, I think he probably will be worth it, to be honest. Regular starter. I mean, we've got Julian Brandt, but Marco Reus' injury record is not the greatest, so there probably will be quite a lot of changing around. They don't really want a big fee, so I think I might just make the offer. See what they say to that. Emil Smith-Rowe, again, another guy with a lot of potential for Arsenal. Probably don't really need him. I do believe he's on loan in the Bundesliga previously. Yeah, he was with Leipzig. I mean, we don't really want to be using up too much loan space on players that are not going to play too much. So a lot of these are youngsters. Yeah, none there that really going to be anything too decent for me, I don't imagine. Centre half. He doesn't look too bad, but I think let's see if there's any. If we take that off, doesn't really change anything. Right, so we'll too sure. Let's check this guy out as well. See, he doesn't look too bad. Obviously, it's quite a varied rate in there, but we'll get a scout to have a look at him. But I do believe we've got a few decent centre backs. So Kanji, Yeah, it's not too bad. Obviously, Hummel's very experienced, and then we've got Zagadou, again highly rated, so we'll keep hold of him. But yeah, let's have a look. Right, so I think we'll see what happens with them. Obviously, if we can get Vinicius in, that'll be a good start. Um, Still haven't had anything back for Delaney yet. I'd imagine something will come back in the next couple of days. And just looking there, someone actually is wanting the Hood, so we'll see who that is. Right, so we've got 3 messages. So, right, 41 million for Daka. Yeah, that's unfortunately never going to happen. I mean, we're not even going to be able to offer half of that. So, and this guy obviously didn't expect this to come back, but we'll try that. Can't imagine we'll get him for that, but at the moment, with this limited budget, we've got to try and get everything on a bit of a bargain, bit of wheeler dealing. Right, so who's after Dahoud? Wolves on loan. Right, we don't really want to be loaning players 'cause we need money. Um, right, he's young Spanish right back. Don't know where he come from. Barcelona on a free. He doesn't look too bad, to be honest. So worst case scenario, if we can't get another right back in, he may come in. This guy, it's another right back again. I think we'll just list him up actually. Try and see what we can get back for him. If anything, the Hood, let's offer him to clubs as well, just to try and get. My client would be interested in speaking to other clubs. So he's worth 12. We'll try 15. You never know. I don't imagine we're going to get anyone coming back for that, but don't know. Right. This guy has experience. Do probably want to get a younger keeper in to come and sort of try to get number one off Berkey. I mean, he is very well rounded, to be honest. Have we actually got him as a sweeper keeper? Yeah, we have. That's fine. Right, so let's see what we can do here. I will have to look up some other players as well. Right, so 1.5 million for him. He's not really on big wages. We'll stall that. Have to other things. Realistically, I'm not too sure if it's worth it, but if we can put that 1.5 million into another player, we'll see what happens. Right, so Monaco are only offering, well, looking around 3.2. We just listed him up for 15, so we're way out on that. We'll just do 10. You never know, someone might come in for him. I mean, Monaco potentially could try some sort of swap deal, but realistically, the best players, we're going to have no chance of getting. Ben Yedder is wanted by Arsenal as well, 27 million. No chance of getting him. They've probably got a few other decent in there, but swap deal's probably not going to be the way forward. Right, so that's our sports scientist slash physio. He can do a bit of both. Apparently, we're interested in Zuma. At 34 million, we're really not. So loan, no, we don't want to be loaning anyone out. And Vinicius loan has been accepted. Hopefully, he accepts us. Right, we won't ask him to recommend us a sign in as your scientist. Right, Royce injured. It's not a long one, which is good, and Emre Can as well. Luckily, they're not long injuries because that's all we need right now. Just trying to think who else we could look for. We do need some youngsters as well, so that's what the board want us to be signing. But we're going to have a little look round to see who's available. That'll probably be in the next episode. We'll probably look mainly onto the new signings and everything next episode, to be fair. Hopefully when get some advice from you guys. Oh right, so the other guy I signed was physio, so this is a sports scientist now. Yeah, so that's the one I sorted out. Contracts, not too worried about at the moment. We'll come back to them. Another youngster from Barcelona's youth academy. He could be one to keep an eye on. We'll just leave him in the reserves at the moment. Right. So we've got a little recruitment meeting, so we'll go to that. Sign players under the age of 18. So yeah, as I just mentioned, the ball do want us to get some younger players in. Potentially we'll be able to get someone quite cheap though, to be honest. So that's not too bad. Sign players from domestic rivals. That may be some of their youngsters, but they probably will command quite high fees as it's for another club in the league. Under 23 players for the first team. Hopefully if we can get Vinicius Jr., that will be a small dent in that one. Do not sign players over the age of 30. Realistically, we wasn't going to be looking. And sign German players, not really too necessary. So these two are the main ones. I mean, that one is a definite no, unless a big name comes along and potentially could do that something there, but realistically it's not going to happen. I mean, I think we know the areas we need to improve on. We've looked through the squad, so I'll leave that. Let's continue that. Right, so this guy, I don't think we're going to be getting for anywhere near what we wanted. Yeah, 2 to 3.6, so we'll just cancel that one off, I think. That's that. Have a quick look. See if anyone's transfer listed. That could be any interest to herself. Marcus Alonso. No, don't want him at all. Mesut Ozil listed. I mean, at them wages, not a chance. And he's 31 as well, so we're not going to be looking at him. Lucas Vazquez, not really what we need. I mean, most of these are probably not going to be the best. Realistically, we probably should change this. Maximum age of 29. Just to keep the board happy. Yeah, there's not really anyone that great here that I can see, to be honest. João Victor. How much is he listed for? 3.5 million. I mean, they do want us to sign players from our same league. Again, if he's left wing though, or left mid, don't really need him if we do get Vinicius. May come back and explore that at a later date. Yeah, I mean, realistically, we're probably going to need to get that backup striker sorted. And potentially right back and a centre midfielder. We'll have to have a look around though, but we'll see what we can do. But yeah, I mean, I think that episode has been long enough for the first one, so we'll leave it there for today. As I said, any ideas of players you want me to sign, any recommendations you can give me, just let me know. We'll have a look at them. Again, obviously the budget's not great, but we'll try and improve that. Hopefully get some offers in for the next episode, and hopefully we'll have Vinicius signed as well. So, yeah, thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed the first episode of the series. And yeah, look forward to seeing you all next time. Thank you and see you soon.